Assalamualaikum and greetings to Setoni and also to my fellow classmates. So today our group will be discuss more about the seminar paper, which is our title is Personnel and Performance Management in terms of the issues and problems, also the ways of addressing the arising issues. For the introduction, the performance management is crucial for both the public and also private organizations since it's going to help them to achieve their strategic goals through ongoing communication between the supervisor and also their employees. The performance management cycles includes the planning, acting, tracking, and also reviewing stages to achieve organizational goals and also their values. For example, like the Malaysian Public Service has introduced performance appraisal in between Malaysia and also India in 2014 at New Delhi. But obviously, every implementation there is gonna have a few barriers, such as for in terms of performance management, the barriers is like the skills gap, lack of meritocracy, and also performance-based pay, which hinder its smooth implementation. There's a few issue or problem that has been arise in terms of the personnel and also performance management, which is the first one is skills gap. Okay, skills. What is skills? Skills is something that you already know, like time management, working under pressure, solving problems, and also the teamwork. All of these kind of skills is really important for every employees, which is to make sure they can do their job well and then they fit in the position that has been appointed. And normally for those who have this kind of skills, it's really like they can strive in every task they're given. And then not gonna lie, it's going to be like their biggest turning over, which is turning point where for their promotion in the future. And in Malaysia, there is a few skills that really needed nowadays. I think it's not only in Malaysia, but also the nation, which is the cyber security. Cyber security is really, really important in protecting the nation and also the society, since nowadays, if you can see, there's a lot of news about these cyber crimes happen around the world, and Malaysia also one of the targeted cyber crime nowadays. And what is skills gap? Skills gap is something like in the organization, they're working in one sector of, for example, like accounting, but there's a skills gap between both of them, because one person is really majored in accounting, but one person is not in the accounting but has been appointed to like fill that position because they're lack of employees. This kind of this kind of thing is really important for every organization to notice that, because when you appoint someone, it's not in that field, it's going to be like close the position for other employees that was in that kind of skills, so skills gap can happen from there. And not only that, there's other circumstances also. The second one is about the lack of awareness and also training opportunities, since as we all know, not every organization have enough budget to sending all of their employees to go for training, improve their skills and whatsoever it is. So it was also can can be one of the major reason why this skills gap can happen. So for the second issue is about the not practicing the meritocracy. The terms of meritocracy is not really like familiar in our society. So what is meritocracy? Meritocracy can be understood as a system which a person has been assigned to one position of power, influence, or reward solely on the basis of their ability and achievement, and not on the basis of their like social, cultural, economic background or any other irrelevant personal characteristic. Meritocracy is important to practice since it will help every organization to perform better with suitable workers appointed. However, practicing of meritocracy almost gone in the recent years, since it was happen a lot in our organization, I guess, because it's kind of like more to like cultural already, since a lot of employees starting to hire their employees because of like their appearance, family background, and also social status. For example, not in Malaysia but in South Korea, where their appearance is number one will be looked up once they apply for any vacancies, where most of the companies will be briefly asked about their applicants to submit, their photos or information that is not related to the jobs applied. Other than that, lack of practicing the meritocracy can lead to the unsuitable workers appointed, and also the income inequality also can be widened. For example, in Malaysia, the political meritocracy is not a new thing anymore, where it was happened like religiously already, where a lot of like a minister getting that position because of their background, their powerful social status, and whatsoever it is. And not only that, we can see during the pandemic COVID-19, where a lot of minister has been fighting for their position in the parliament. And for the income inequality, why this kind of not practicing the meritocracy can lead to the income inequality, where in logically, when the person that has been appointed just because of their family background, their status, like their monetary and whatsoever it is, it can lead to only a person from well-known family can get that position, and for the person who is like not in that kind of range will need to seek for the other job, and then find other job from the organization that was practicing the meritocracy. Yeah, and thus the practicing meritocracy is important for organization to perform better and also to develop a better nation in the future. Okay, so the last issue is about the performance-based pay. Performance-based pay normally can be applied to all the organization. Can be practiced by them in every organization. And the meaning itself about the performance-based pay is something that was involved in compensating the employees for specific outcomes or work that has been assigned to them. For example, like agent insurance, where agent insurance normally, has been paid by the commission base. However, there is like certain tasks that will incur during the month where they can choose either they want to settle that or not. So when they settle that kind of task, they will pay right away, and they will get more profit during that month. And what the problems of the performance-based pay? The problems itself lie when the workers getting stressed. Why the workers getting stressed? Because performance-based pay is not like friendly applicable for every organization, since obviously people's tend to fulfill their desire, so what the desire of the peoples is to getting more profit for them, and the workers will be working hard in settling the task was given by the employer to get more profit in a month for them. And not only that, the employees also can get confused in either can get confused in achieve the company goals, the organization goals, and then their personal goals. So when they're working hard towards the goals for itself, which is to settling all the tasks given to get more profit, they will like forget about the organization goals itself.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. I'm Uzhma. There are several strategies that can be implemented to address these problems and enhance personnel and performance management in the public sector. Providing training and development programs to employees are one of the ways to counter the issues of skills gap. These programs can be designed to improve specific skills or competencies that are lacking in the workforce. Another way to address skills gap is by implementing effective recruitment strategies. This can involve targeting specific demographic or skill set, partnering with educational institutions to attract new talent, or offering competitive compensation package to attract top performers, and most important, discrimination are restricted to happen while running the recruitment process. Next, there are few ways that can be used in reduce the issue of not practicing meritocracy. One of that is establishing clear performance metric. It was involved setting specific goals and objectives for each employee and measuring their performance against the goals. Another way to reduce this issue is implementing objective performance evaluation. This involves using standardized criteria to evaluate employee performance rather than relying on subjective opinions or personal biases. Other than that, address issues of not practicing meritocracy are by fostering a culture of transparency. This involves communicating clearly with employees about how performance evaluations are conducted and how promotion and rewards are determined. And finally, addressing bias and discrimination is essential for promoting meritocracy in personnel and performance management. This involves taking steps to eliminate unconscious biases and discriminatory practices from the hiring and promotion process. There are three ways to address performance-based pay issues. Firstly, develop clear performance metrics. By setting specific goals and objectives for employees, organizations can ensure that they are focused on achieving organizational goals and promoting integrity. Next, emphasize equality in the evaluation process. To ensure fairness and equity in performance-based pay, organizations should eliminate unconscious biases and inequalities. This can be done by using objective criteria for evaluation, providing in diversity training, and fostering a culture of inclusion and respect. And last one, offer additional incentive beyond performance-based pay. To maintain employee motivation and job satisfaction, it is important to provide non-monetary incentive such as recognition, praise, flexible work arrangement, and opportunities to career development. In conclusion, personal and performance management is a critical aspect of public management that requires careful attention to address skill gap, avoid favoritism and nepotism, and implement a performance-based pay system. The principle of NPM have influenced many governments to adopt market-oriented incentives, which can improve efficiency and reduce costs. However, organizations must ensure that these incentives do not compromise public accountability and quality service delivery. Therefore, organizations must strike a balance between market-oriented incentives and public accountability to ensure that the needs of citizens are met.